Welcome back all to James's Minecraft Journal. This episode we are going to be working on, we're going to be working on a number of builds, but one of them will be the tavern, which we built not too long ago. If we have a look inside, this is what we've got. Got the lower floor, which I will probably try and fill with just, I guess, tables, the bar, that kind of thing. Upstairs we're going to probably have like rooms. We might try and do something similar to what we did in the inn with the divides. That might be a good idea, just for continuity's sake, maybe, because we're not going to do rooms. I doubt it. I mean, we could try, but I doubt it would work that well. So I think first of all we're going to have to make the bar part, and as you know, I usually just do the same sort of tables. We might try that, see how it looks. I mean, we could do something small and simple, like that. Let's see. We need some half slabs, like so. And there we go. So we could do something small and simple like that. That might be the best option, because I can't really foresee us doing anything major across the room without taking up a huge chunk of space. There's actually less space that side. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so before I rush ahead too much, I'm just going to build a bit on camera. I've not done an awful lot of that in the last few episodes. Right now, as I've been saying, I'm just trying to get things finished up, and there's not an awful lot to show. It's all really just the same process, same items. But for the top floor of the tavern, we are going to probably use the same method of kind of like rooms as we did in the inn. As I said, we're going to use divides, and that's what I'm just trying to put up now. We were not going to get a 2 wide path. It'll have to be 3 wide. I think in this case I would prefer a 3 wide path. I mean, it's not great. It's not as, I guess, room-like. It gives a place for torches to sit instead of the middle of the floor. And obviously, if you're in one section, you can look across and see someone in the other section. So maybe it's not good from a functional point of view, but whatever. Right, we've got more beds here. Let's just bung these in. Alright, as you can see, we've set up the beds. I'm not going to do the back to front thing like I did in the inn. We're just going to leave them both the same way. And yeah, as you can see, I don't know, it's okay, it'll do. It's better than anything else I could have thought up. We've got some chests in there. We're not going to. The reason we're not going to have chamber pots this time is because in this building, the plant pots, the flower pots, are meant to represent something else, as you can see. No prizes in guessing what they are supposed to represent. But yeah, this is the downstairs section. I kind of like it. It's simple. It's got a few tables, a few chairs, benches, whatever. And it's a bit random. Kind of like the tavern. I mean, I'm not saying all taverns are random. I'm just saying all taverns are random. And I think this epitomizes well just, you know, the more relaxed layout of such a place. So yeah, I just need to work on the second floor and add a few more beds to the top floor. This is the second floor. Probably gonna go for a similar approach to this area down here. Okay, so I think this is just about finished. Again, I just kind of threw stuff in willy-nilly. It's the 3rd episode in a row, that, or 4th or something like that, I can't remember. But this is what we got for the second place, the second floor. Just a bunch of tables, chairs and whatnot kicking around. And top floor I finished off with the middle section here of beds. I did actually change a couple of colours of bed up here, just so they were all unique. Don't think we've got any doubles, which is good. And I also added a furnace behind the bar here. It's not a very prominent bar, is it? It's just kind of like in the corner, hidden away, but I mean, whatever. But there's not much space in which, I mean, I guess we could have put it across here, but I'm happy with it where it is, to be honest. Doesn't need changing. There's a lot of like item frames and paintings around, but I mean, I don't know. If they cause too many problems, I can just take them down or something. But yeah, I like the tavern. I think it's a decent build. So a long time ago, when I was working on this cathedral build, I put this fountain in the middle. Obviously, it doesn't look amazing, I've just lived with it for a number of months, a number of years now, and I think it's high time we updated it to make it look a bit better. Oh jeez, is the sun going down already? Anyway, first of all, let's collect this back. Now, what I'm going to do is I don't follow many hermit crafters, but I do follow Susumovoid, and he released a tutorial on how to make a realistic looking fountain. So I think we're going to try that. The pattern on the floor looks kind of cool, but I don't really mind if we lose that. Alright, there we go. I think that looks okay. I think what we're going to do actually is we're just going to maybe make a pattern at the base of the fountain just to outline it a bit. There we go. That is the base of the fountain. I've cleared out the inside of it. We don't really need anything here as of yet. Now we're going to have to make some tipped arrows, which I have not done before, I don't think. At least not in survival. I don't recall ever making them, to be honest, so let's get some fresh arrows out anyway. I think you need Dragon's Breath. You need to make a lingering potion, and you need to surround that lingering potion in arrows, and that gives you the tipped arrows, as far as I can remember. So I'm pretty sure I have made lingering potions before, and I used them in a wither boss fight a while back, but I think you do something like this, yeah. And that should give me the lingering potions. Fortunately, I don't brew lingering potions a lot, to the point where I'm going to run out of Dragon's Breath anytime soon, because I don't really fancy fighting the dragon anytime soon. But yeah, we'll do this for now. We've got that. Let's get another one. And yeah, as you can see, we've got some lingering potions of night vision, and we're going to use that colour of particle. That's going to generate the same sort of colour of particles, dark blue, which I think will go well with the water. I think that's what Zuzumovoid used, or I'm pretty sure he used a variety. But yeah, we're making tipped arrows, which I'm not convinced I've done before. I think we're going to just simply use stone bricks. I'm probably, due to the fact I lack imagination, I'm probably going to copy Suzumovoid's design. Also, because I want it to work. I don't want to, you know, have my own design idea and then just like completely fail. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do something like that. We're not going to use quartz. I don't have that much quartz, and I am not in the mood to get it. So I think first of all we've got to do something like this, where we place an observer block on the underside of the crafting table there. That means it's facing up. Then we should place another one. This time it's facing the other way. That creates the piston effect. Let's get rid of this. Oh, we can't because we're moving up and down. In fact, I can't even break it. It's so... Okay, there we go. That was weird. We got that. I think we're going to need some iron bars, because we all know every build needs some iron bars. We need glazed terracotta, or any blocks that aren't moved by sticky pistons. So I looked at grey, I looked at light grey, black looked a bit too dark. I think we're probably going to go with either, well, we'll go with one of the two. So basically, whatever block we decide to use, let's try grey at the minute. Yeah, we'll try grey first. That's going to go here. Alright. I think this is the first glazed terracotta we've used, except for the stuff in the museum. So this is a lot more challenging to build than I initially thought, as in like the design, but I've got that so far. I think that might be okay. Let's get rid of the blocks in here, and we'll hopefully have something similar to what Susuma showed off. I'm not sure if he built it, not sure who built it, but either way it looks cool. Yeah, let's just go with that. We might have to extend the... Yeah, we probably will have to extend the size of this fountain here. I don't really want to, in proportion to the rest of the... Well, the circle. We're just going to spread gravel on the ground. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and mix in some diorite and andesite, the regular stuff, just to give a bit of a glint to the place, a different kind of feel. I think maybe diorite, no sorry, andesite would look better. Now I guess it's time for the placing of the sticky piston. So this timer, this clock has been running all this time. Oh, I thought I messed up there. we're going to have to somehow get out of here. And we need a slime block. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, that was a big bounce. Hey! Okay, so we've got that working. Now I think we just place a water source like that. So now what we need to do is we need to place, I think, a water source on top, but we need to do it in a way that doesn't mess with the other source. Like that. Oh, look at that. That block is being shot high in the sky. Whee! I think I'm just going to hold in my offhand. I've got a spare bow here, just so it's not a flame arrow. I don't think that matters, obviously, because if it's a flame arrow, it'll get extinguished in the water. But just to be on the safe side, you never know. I think you only need about 4 or 5 in it. So we'll do that. The arrows look very strange. Did we put enough up? You can still kind of see them a bit. It's not too laggy, which is good. But obviously the noise is a slight issue. Although, thankfully, I don't spend a lot of time in this area. So hopefully it will only be seen from afar. And it will only act for aesthetical purposes as opposed to annoyance purposes. I'm not sure if I've said, but this build is based off of... Well, the cathedral itself is based off of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. And in Rome also, not near the Basilica, but in the same city, obviously, is the fountain. Can't remember the name of it, but it's a pretty famous one. People throw money in it, so what we're going to do is we're just going to chuck a few emerald blocks in there. Because why not? Can't think of anything else. Can't think of anything else to do with the emerald blocks. So, yeah. And it doesn't look so good, but neither does money at the bottom of a fountain. So, well, actually, no, it looks okay. But there you go. We got scattered pockets of treasure down there. Anyway, I think it looks nice. It's better than what we had before, so we'll live with it for now. If it annoys me, I'll get rid of the particles. So I spoke a bit about possibly putting a gate on the side of the city, because of course we don't have a gate on this side. And I was having a think, and instead of having a big grand gate similar to what we've got in the other parts of the city, it might be an idea just to do a simple secret gate similar to the one we've got at the other side of the city at the end of the passageway, the secret passageway at the castle. So that's what we're going to try and do here. We could maybe have the gate come out here. I think that would be fine. So we've got a tunnel down there that I've just dug. Now we need to get from here down there. And also, in partnership with this will be the tower. I'm actually going to change the tower up slightly. I was going to completely tear it down and redo it. I'm not going to do that. What we will be doing though is we're going to be getting rid of the roof. I'm not overly happy with the roof. And we're going to try and maybe go for more of a battlement theme, similar to what we've got over there. And I think I might like that better. So we're actually doing a substantial amount of building here. What I've done is I have lowered the tower. So this is the tower as before, taken off the roof, as you might have witnessed. And now we've got this new staircase that goes all the way down to the level of the other door, this door. The door that goes out to the lower level here, just by the, well, behind the mill. So that's good, and then this is where the gate's going to be. I've abandoned the plan. Originally I was going to have it come out down there, but I think we're just going to have it come out here at the foot of this turret or tower. Yeah, I think that's good. As you can see, this is part of the wall. The wall was built into the hill to the point where this bit won't be seen by anyone, so I don't mind just digging it up a bit for the sake of this tunnel here. So what we're going to do is, well, I'm just trying to figure things out, but we're going to add some cracked stone bricks into the walls here, as we have done at the castle. Okay, so this is kind of mick taking, but this is going to be the gate, the side gate to the city, right there. I'm not sure how that's going to look. Let's get up on the mounted side and just have a quick glance across. I'm happy with it, honestly. It blends in pretty well, and if the tower goes a bit higher, yeah, it'll seem kind of like a fortress in a way. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. Alright, so that's what we've got here. As you can see, we've got the door, we've got a stair going up into the tower itself, and then this is the exit door right here. Okay, so I've been working on the tower for a couple hours now. Just got to this point here, where it looks almost similar to the towers by the castle, albeit I think it is slightly smaller, but either way, I like the size of it. As you can see, it does go above the height of the wall, which is effectively what I was looking for. Not like towering above to the point where it's the only thing. Well, it does to an extent kind of draw your vision, but it doesn't detract entirely from the rest of the city. At least that's what I think. But yeah, can we make that? No, it's too low, but whatever. Good attempt. As you can see, we've got the staircase, we've got the cracked stone bricks in the wall. I've added windows. The windows are 2 blocks close. Originally they were 1, but I just kind of moved them apart. And then if we go all the way up to the top, then you'll get a good view. We will get a good view of the city. So yeah, not bad. And yeah, it's basically just like the towers over there at the castle, except obviously slightly independent of the castle. In fact, not slightly, a lot independent of the castle. Got the same sort of thing going on with the cracked stone bricks and everything like that. Overall, I would say this is come to a point where it's finished, just like everything else. I don't want to pile like furniture or items into these. I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's a build I was thinking about a lot, but I think we finally got it to a point where I'm happy. We're not going to do anything with this cave. We're just going to leave it as kind of a random piece of rock cut out, just for something a bit different. Why not? It's kind of pointless, but and kind of out of place, I guess, with the rest of the city. Finally, this episode we're going to work on the mill. There's a few things I want to do with regards to it. I kind of want to change the actual wheel. I was going to do this in a previous episode, but I chickened out. I decided it wasn't something I want to do. I don't know. See, it kind of looks out of place with the rest of the build. I'm not sure what would go better. Maybe spruce wood? Everything else is going to be fairly straightforward. We might try and spread some plants in here, in between the house and the mill, and then we just need to put stuff inside. I'll probably have another floor, because why not? And we've got the back door here. So yeah. Oh, and the side door. I forgot we've got like umpteen doors. I have been working a bit on the mill right over here. As you can see, one feature has been added. We've now got a chimney at the side. The reason for adding that was because I wanted to add a fireplace just over here, and it didn't make sense to have the fireplace and then have basically nothing above it. So I sacrificed part of the roof, which not too unhappy about, because it meant I got some brick blocks back. And as you can see, we've got a chimney there with some smoke billowing out. If we look in here, we've got some coal blocks on the ground. We've got some logs here, oak logs, and then we've got some Minecraft stuff here, just because why not. The fireplace I'm fairly happy with. I didn't want to take any chances, so I lowered the fire by 1 block, and now I'm pretty convinced it's definitely out of range of the wooden logs up there. This is something a bit strange, I guess. I wanted to... Well, obviously it's a mill, so this is like the main part. It's a bit big, but I don't really mind about that, to be honest. It's very... I don't know. I didn't know how to do it, basically, but it's the place where the mill runs. It's got the extra wheel here, or not the extra wheel, the bits hanging off of it and that, and you know, at the end of the day, it's not going to be functionable. Those sorts of things aren't possible in vanilla Minecraft, but that's okay. As you can see, we've got a bit of iron bars there, kind of blocking the outside, which is what it's intended for. And then we've got, yeah, kind of like a bowl here, or not a bowl, I don't know what it is, a circle, cylinder, kind of mirrored up here as well, and I don't know, I can't explain it, but it looks alright, so that's what we're going for. Over here, I decided to leave the wheel as it was. It fits in with the surrounding environment, and I also can't be bothered changing it, so I'm sorry about that. I'm okay with it, to be honest. It looks kind of cool. Maybe jungle planks, because it's kind of got a red... Jungle planks have got the red tint about them, and this build's got like bricks and white stained clay, so yeah, it might be good to change it with jungle wood. I'm not sure. I might do that at a later date. Also, to add to what I've already said, I put some cracked stone bricks in the walls just to add a bit more to them. They were a bit boring, plain and boring at the time, so they're a little bit more interesting now, I think. but yeah, that's okay. I'm not too fussed about the build. It's come along better than I originally thought it would, and we're gonna have to, I guess, add blocks like that out the side, just because it makes sense. This is kind of like a bit of dead space, but we can't really put anything here because there's only 2 blocks between the houses and the mill. Oh yeah, you know I've not shown the upper floor here. There's not actually much here, just kind of a living area for the miller or whoever. The chimney does kind of go through the room and you can kind of see outside, but I don't really mind about that. The next few episodes will really define how far the city is going to go. IRL, things might get busy over the next well, few weeks. We'll see. But I'm hoping to get this all done and dusted by episode 250. There are reasons why I want to get this all done and dusted sooner rather than later. I don't really know the reasons fully myself. Okay, I'm just going to be clear on that. But let me put it into perspective. Let me put it another way, okay? In the first 2 years of the building of this city, the walls were up, the cathedral was up. What else was up? We had the inn, we had the town hall, and we had the museum. And I think that was it. I cannot remember for the life of me. And the castle, I guess, with the castle. So we had a lot of builds, but we didn't have a huge amount of builds. And it's only been in the last 3 months that the rest of the city has taken shape. I think I've done more work on the city in the last 3 months than I did in the previous 2 years. Basically, if I stop now, I take a break or lose focus on it, who knows? Like, it may never get done. That's the point. The point is, I just want to nail it. I don't mind how it's done. I just want to nail it, get it done. And I know I make it sound like some sort of assignment or whatever. It's not like that. I really do want to do it. As I've said, it's not like my channel set out to 100% entertain. But this is where, as you'll see, entertainment might be shoved back a bit further than it usually is for just getting things done. And maybe that's been the case for the last few episodes. I don't know. But yeah, basically, I'm going to just put everything this week into getting this done. And hopefully by episode 250, we will have a completed city. Apologies for that. I just needed to make that clear that if the next few episodes do seem a bit boring, I'm just trying to get it done. But yeah, thank you all very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye for now.